What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are going to be doing something today. We are going to be checking out the Recon Breakpoint open beta. Now, if you've kind of wondered, wait a minute, didn't we already do this? We did the. I showed. I think I did like 2 videos for the closed beta. I was planning on doing kind of like an edited, scripted my thoughts video for the closed beta, but I just didn't have it. Especially because I'm also working on a similar review for the Man of Medan, which, yes, I am still working on. It will be done eventually. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, my thoughts on the closed beta. I enjoyed it. It was a little more RPG-y, if we can just take that as a word, than I thought. And I don't mind the RPG elements. I actually kind of like them. You know, I'm not a big fan of the gear system, or the gear leveling system and all that, just because I've never been a big fan of this style. I don't want to say that I'm not a big fan of the style of loot in games. It just doesn't feel like it fits with this particular game. It feels like they're trying to make it similar to like what The Division does with the way their loot system works, with what Anthem did. It doesn't work for me in a game that's supposed to be kind of like a realistic survival kind of scenario, kind of like Ghost Recon does. So that does make me a little sad. I'm not going to say it's garbage. It works. It's fine. It's just, I'm also not a fan of the shared world bases that we see in this game. It's mostly used for lobbying purposes, as far as I can see. I don't know. I also have a kind of a thing where it's like, if we're supposed to be like a lone ghost on this island, I mean, we do have like AI companions, but you know, you're basically supposed to be a lone ghost on this island. It makes no sense that there's like 40 other ghosts in the bases. It's just weird to me.
The incubator of World 2.0. My name's Jay Skell, and we've been expecting you. You've been invited.
I like how they took the background away from the subtitles. In the closed beta, there was a kind of like a gray outline or something to the subtitles. I like they got rid of that.
Away from the rest of the world, we will build the tools to lead the planet.
All right, can we skip that? We saw this in the closed beta. We're gonna see it again once the game fully launches. I think like next week. It's on October 4th, and yes, I will be playing the game when it launches in full. Let's see, is there any new thing to the appearance customization? We're going to play as male. I apologize if my voice seems a little weird. I don't know what's going on. Like I'm not sure if I'm getting sick or something. I mean, granted, today I spent most of the day trying not to, throw up, but that's mostly because it's just been storming like a motherfucker outside, and I get really bad headaches when that happens. So I've been just feeling like complete shit all day. God damn, can you get a good haircut? And can I also rotate my guy's head so I can see what the hell it looks like? All these haircuts kind of suck. I guess we'll go with that. And again, blonde just looks like shit. Ugh. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he looks fine like that. Kind of going with the same appearance I had in the closed beta. You know, I was mentioning the gear system. Like something else that I'm not a big fan of with this style of kind of like loot, which it kind of works for what they're going with because it's more open world. There's like little bases that you can infiltrate to find gear and everything. My issue with it is the fact that it feels like I'm going back into the menus about every 20 seconds. So, oh, I picked up a new piece of gear. Gotta compare it to what I have. Okay, mess around with everything, and then I gotta go into the menu for my cosmetics. So I have my character look the way I want him to. It's kind of a pain to me. Just because it's like I said, I feel like I'm going back into my menus and I'm doing all that shit just over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, I do the same thing when I'm playing something like The Division. Yeah, it just, I feel like for this game that's kind of, it breaks this kind of immersion of, I'm, you know, in a desperate situation on this island trying to survive. But, okay, let me spend 5 minutes micromanaging my appearance and my gear. Oh, they changed that menu. Like the little heal thing, the UI down in the bottom left is a little different. Not terribly, but I didn't think the game looked bad in the closed beta. I thought the game looked fairly good. Oh god, I'm so glad they. Okay, thank you, sweet. Whoa, what? Why is it? There you go. That's weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. I like how the base aim is right there. Yeah, it looks like they fixed that. From the closed beta, it's I like how now when I aim down sight, I get the targeting reticle, and then I can switch to iron sight with just with the right stick. That's the base way of doing things. And that when I pop out, the targeting reticle's gone. Yeah, okay. They fixed that, because go back and watch me playing the closed beta. I had a big issue with the way they did that. You know, although I will say, since the closed beta, I went back and played. I've played a little bit of Wildlands. Oh god, and it's back. Okay. See, I hate having the targeting reticle right on screen in third-person games. I'm not a fan of that. I get they're trying, you know, enemies are nearby, so it needs to be there. It just, I don't know. I don't like it. Just because I'm not going to fire from the hip unless I'm like really, really have to. But yeah, like I was saying, I've played a little bit of Wildlands since then, and really the cover system's the same. A lot of stuff's the same. It's not what I remember out of Wildlands, because I haven't played Wildlands in a while. But yeah, for the most part, my views on the closed beta were how have I described it? Oh god, what's with that light when I'm picking shit up? It was hopefully optimistic, if that makes sense. It's basically my thoughts were, you know what? It could have been worse. And that I think that the framework was there, that they, you know.
Clear! Was anyone even in there? If there was, they ain't anymore. Messed up, man. Down! Grenade! Down!
Got him. Yeah. I thought that there were some interesting things in the game. I'm curious to see what it's going to be like at launch. Oh yeah. Shocking that I chose this instead of playing FIFA. Yeah, that launched today. I was kind of playing around in the menus, literally right before it over in FIFA 20. I was trying to decide. I'm like, do I really want to do a Let's Play series for this? I mean, especially after looking up like what the story was like for the new FIFA game, I'm kind of realizing, nah. I think I'm just gonna let that be something I do on my own time for fun. Because Volta Football is kind of a story mode, kind of not. Kind of rearranged the order in which everything. I like the change here. Player versus players, 4-person tactical experience. Okay, it's gear balancing similar to what they did in The Division. Okay, so they also have skill-based matchmaking, so it's going to kind of put you in with groups that kind of fit your fit the way that you build your character. Okay, that could be interesting. Probably not something I'm going to play a lot, but it could be interesting. So, okay, so you got matchmaking over here. Then you got the tack menu. Okay, they switched the order in which a lot of these showed up. I kind of like having your loadout and your visual customization right next to each other. Okay, that works.
Shit. My soldiers. Nowhere to go.
You know, I will say this. I think they put a nice little bit of visual polish on this game compared to what we saw in the closed beta. Closed beta, I thought had some weird stuff in it, but this one's not bad looking. What was I saying earlier? Oh, right. Yeah, I was talking about FIFA 20. Yeah, I mean, if people want to see the Volta football mode, I'll hold off on playing it solo for a little bit and see if people want to see it. But generally, I think I'm just gonna pass and just kind of, play FIFA 20 on my own. If they did a third season of the Journey, I'd probably do another one, but for the most part, because from what I've read on what Volta was going to be, it was going to be from what I've read that what the Volta football mode was going to be, it's kind of a story. There are cutscenes and everything, but from what people have kind of said about it, it's interesting. It's a little more RPG like than what the Journey did, but at the same time, Journey had a better story, better cinematics and everything. It's just kind of hokey and just kind of the bare bones, kind of like what Face of the Franchise is in Madden 20 if you've played it. So why I'm talking about all that here, I don't know. It's just fresh on my mind because it's what I was doing literally right before I looked at this or started playing the beta. If you're also curious, if you're watching this, right when it comes out, you're wondering what I'm also going to be doing. I'm going to take a look at. God, part of me wants to keep the helmet, just keep this awful haircut. God, all the haircuts suck. If you're wondering what I'm going to be doing next, right after I play this, I'm actually going to. It's great. Yeah, I'm going to wear the Nomad cap. I wish I could get it in black though. What was I saying? If you're wondering what the hell I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna play the medieval demo. Because I've said I don't get why that game's getting remade. I've not been a fan of it, and I don't know. I was talking with Brian Gade down in the comments. He kind of agrees with me that it seems like a weird sort of remake for Sony to take the time to make, but I don't know. I guess I'll give it a shot, see what it's like. God damn, I'm sorry, my voice is really starting to bug me. I hope it's not too bad for you guys. Although I guess the fact that I don't stop talking does kind of bother some people, but whatever. It's just my style. And this is what I'm talking about with this gear system is I'm always picking up gear, so now I'm always going into so now I have to go back into my loadout and mess with the customization options because I'm weird that way. Actually, yeah, I like the drone operator look. I still like this sort of the visual customization options of how I can words are fucking hard for me right now. How I can switch my gear, but then I can choose to have the visuals of another piece of gear.
Man. If they survive that crash, they definitely won't survive this shithole. I heard they were using this area to test something. Something big.
was I saying? Yeah, I like how I can swap how I can choose gear for its I can choose certain pieces of gear for their the abilities and their stats, but then I can switch back to other gear for just visuals, so I can have my guy look the way I want him to.
God, this place is a shithole. Man, it never gets through here.
Ubisoft's been doing a lot of that as of lately. You know, you saw a similar thing in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I believe even CD Projekt Red's going to be doing something like that with with Cyberpunk 2077.
I'll be goddamn amazed. Damn.
You know, I just realized how freaking lucky are we that we're going to get Cyberpunk 2077 and The Last of Us 2 within a span of what, 3 months of each other? Jesus. Okay, so water canteen, the blowtorch, all that. Okay, so that's a bunch of stuff that we can get for the main mission. They changed the map around a little bit. Yeah, they made things a little easier to see, like these, yeah. Sorry, I know me going, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but no, they, have certain points or blueprints or... I'm not really sure what those are. Maybe they're missions. Yeah, well, guess what? I already have the game pre-ordered. Screw you, game. I don't need the appearance tutorial. Don't need a loadout tutorial. There's no map tutorial? Really? Okay. Thanks, game. But yeah, I'm not really sure what these are. Behemoth Defense Area. Interesting. Well, that's stuff that wasn't in the closed beta, but it shouldn't be surprising. I knew going in that there were going to be new things in this beta. You know, I might do a few more videos just of me just kind of exploring. It depends on how much time I have.
Shit! We got a live one! They're attacking!
And of course they have that Skell credits or whatever. You use it to buy equipment at the base. Jesus, I don't. Why does this game have a currency system? It looks like the stamina meter is a little easier to see now. I think they made it a little bolder. I mean, I don't get why this game has currency. It's just it's shared world elements that, again, I'm just gonna be honest, don't need to be here. They just do not need to be in this game. Well, hello. I'm gonna take take that scope. That's nice. It's telling me there's some sort of wild mystery, something around here. Not sure what the hell that means. Whatever. Let's head back onto the main mission.
These guys were too easy to kill. I don't know.
Come on. Come on. Peek. Gotcha. Yeah, skill menus, each class, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I love playing as the sharpshooter because, again, that's just, you know, me. I love playing as snipers. Yeah, longer breath control, but I'm not really sure how to like hold my breath or whatever, or empty my lungs, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna play a little bit as the Panther. Yeah, it would help with my... Like, I get it. There's going to be sway, but it looks like it's shaking up and down at times. It's weird. You know, I think I figured out how to word my I don't want to say apprehension. My fears with this game. I think I finally figured out how to word them. I'm afraid this game is trying to do two different things at the same time, and it's not going to accomplish either. On the one hand, it's trying to be this shared world multiplayer experience. Again, I keep bringing it up, similar to The Division. I think they're both Ubisoft games. I think that's an apt comparison. But at the same time, it's trying to be that single play, not necessarily even single, it's trying to be that traditional Ghost Recon experience.
This is Weaver. Come in. Over.
Anything?
Ugats. Contact. Contact. Check fire! Walker.
Sorry, Weaver.
But yeah, like I was saying, I think that's the best way to kind of describe my problems with this. It's trying to do it's trying to make two different kinds of games at once, in genres that I don't think fit. Because they're trying to make because when I say a Ghost Recon game, or a single player game, they're trying to make a story focused game that you could play alone or with your friends. On the one hand, but on the other, they're trying to have that, oh, it's a shared universe, and oh, we're going to keep adding to it and doing all this stuff like they do with The Division. Now, nothing against The Division 2. I thought The Division 2 was good. For the kind of game it is, I usually don't enjoy those shared world games as much. But I did like The Division 2, and as soon as I can hopefully clear some games off my schedule, but given how many games I'm planning to play in October, that's probably not going to happen. I am going to get back and play all the expansions and everything for The Division 2, because I actually really did enjoy that game.
Mayday. Mayday. This is Ghost Lead. Does anyone read?
5x5, Ghost Lead.
Where's my hat?
A friend. I got the radio from a ghost.
This ghost still breathing.
Ghost Lead, you can chase the White Rabbit.
Or run with the Red Queen. Give me a sit rep.
That can wait. Your man's getting medical treatment. Follow the trail behind the ancient ruins. Your destination is in the mountains between two waterfalls.
Understood. Ghost Lead out.
Well, I'm not sure if I can keep playing. I reached over to pet my cat, and now he's grabbed my hand and hugging it. I don't. Okay, I got my hand back. But no, what I was saying, like I said, like I like the Division for what it was, but Ghost Recon to me is a totally different kind of game. It's not the share, like I said, it's not that shared world. It's kind of like that elite small force against larger army kind of thing. It just, I don't think it works in this style of game. Or I'm talking the concept of a Ghost Recon game, and yeah, it's like I said, it feels like they're trying to make two separate styles of game, and I'm hoping it doesn't hurt it. I'm hoping that we're gonna in the end get a damn it. Can't get any penetration on that gun.
Moving! I'm moving! Watch your backs! The ghost came to play!
Yeah, and you see what I was doing right there. See, from the I remember what we saw at E3 when we first heard about this game. Well, it wasn't at E3 when we had just heard about this game. When they did their unveiling event or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah, I usually like to take night vision. When they showed us their when they first showed us this game. The gameplay that we saw, I think, again, looked more like a survival title. It looked extremely different to what we're playing right now, or from that, like the way the beta would, or the way the that preview kind of showed us is that you wouldn't want to take that fight. You'd want to hide and strike from the shadows, or I don't know, just or basically just run away, because for the love of God, get in the gun. Yeah, because it showed the ghost, it showed Nomad running away from the wolves. He was getting, he was injured. He was outgunned. It looked so much cooler than just I'm just gonna stand kind of far away because they have stormtrooper aim and just take pot shots. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I was sold on a concept that we're not gonna get, and that makes me a little sad. There you go. That's how you take him out. Really? I got experience for just running dudes over? Okay. No, I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm gonna say I don't want it, but still.
Stop right there.
Jesus.
Who are you?
I was invited. Who the hell are you?
Another one. You can always turn around and go back down the mountain.
Things are a little tense, you know? Just watch how you handle that weapon. We don't allow shooting in Erewhon.
No, what's Erewhon?
The cave. That's what we call it. Get in.
Okay, we're just gonna stare at a black screen apparently. I'll ask it again. Where the hell's my hat? And of course, there we go. Another player. I don't like that. I really don't. Maybe it's because I don't like playing online. Hell, I barely like playing, you know, keeping my PlayStation online. I generally keep my PlayStation offline. Just because I don't like people knowing what I'm playing. Don't like people messaging me while I'm trying to play games and everything. It's like my ex-girlfriend used to do this all the time when I'm trying to play games. They're just she's sending me, like, just trying to just have a text just about nothing, you know, just texting me while I'm trying to play games, and just leave me alone. You know, and I think the same thing about PlayStation messages and everything. It's why I turn off all my it's why I turn off notifications and everything. It's just because I generally just want to be left alone, and I know that makes me sound like an asshole, but gaming is my kind of like escape from the world, so to speak. But yeah, it's why I've never latched on to this shared world thing. I don't like randoms just being out there. I don't know if it's that because I'm autistic, or it's because of this, that, the other thing. I just don't like it. Or if it's my anxiety, I don't fucking know.
We're the only two left in our chalk. No radio, no drones. Between the two of us, we got 2 rifles and 8 mags.
Locals got water here. And some supplies.
Can you believe this place, man? God damn.
My mind's blown.
Yep.
And they're friendly more or less, but they're still keeping us on a short leash.
You boys know what took out our birds?
No clue. But there are definitely hostiles out there.
Tangled with some troops out there who were calling themselves wolves. You know who we're dealing with?
Now you're dealing with me. You the one in charge here?
Who's asking?
My call sign's Nomad. I'm the officer in charge of this operation.
By operation, I assume you mean the massively wild screw-up.
Hey, old man. You playing nice?
I'm just trying to find out why a bunch of grunts are falling from the sky into our labs, honey.
Well, someone sank a naval cargo ship off the coast. Then the entire archipelago overall went dark. Now, we were sent here to figure out what happened. Next thing we know, the choppers were taken down. Almost half of my soldiers are dead.
Best we can tell, some kind of military takeover. Sentinel, military contractors, they put this place under martial law, using the old boot-in-the-neck technique to enforce it.
Scaltech is still making all the high-tech stuff they always make. Except maybe now they're making more weapons. Not exactly the libertarian utopia Jay Skell advertised.
Where can I find Jay Skell?
The head of Scaltech himself. We haven't seen him, but his drones are keeping an eye on his islands.
So you think he's still a part of this?
We're just not sure why.
All right. Well, I'll put figuring it out on my to-do list. For now, I see our wounded.
Yeah. One of your guys needs to rest, but he won't shut up. Calm him down, yeah? And then come find me. I'll give you the guided tour.
we're gonna go have the conversation with Holt, and then I'm going to go talk with, or then go check out the bivouac, and then I think we're gonna close the video there. Okay, so you know it's blueprints of weapons. I'm not really sure how all this blueprint crap's gonna work, but I don't know. Well, you know, we'll see how it is. Like I said, in the next one, I'm gonna do a lot more exploration and stuff in the next one.
Oh. Hey. How are you, man?
Nomad. Who's left? Who made it?
Hey, you just relax, pal. I'm doing what I can.
You damn superhero. Here's another superpower.
I can't find
Sorry.
this. But Weaver... Hey, just relax, pal. We'll take care of it, all right?
And the Wasp.
Yeah. And with the comms blackout, I can't reach the ship. But I'll talk to Mad Shells, the big guy. He might have a boat I can use. Don't you worry. I'll come back with some help.
Go.
Okay, Mad Schultz, and this was from Brian Gade. He made a good point. Mad Schultz looks a whole hell of a lot like a kind of like Raymond Kenny from Watch Dogs. My other thing here is, how does he know Mad Schultz's name? He didn't introduce himself. We didn't see this. We've been with him this entire time. Where the hell was that conversation? That bothers me. Again, it could be because I'm weird, but that bothers me. Like I said, I want to check out the bivouac. I want to see if there's any UI changes here. Because actually, I really like the whole bivouac thing. Alright, so we got the time, we got preparations that we can take. I'm just gonna put that without a, I'm just gonna put that food without a lid in my back pocket. Again, preparation. So we got eating and hydrate, tech reviews, stretch. Oh, we can stretch now. That's funny. Okay. You got tactics. Okay, so I can select my class. Basically, it's my loadout. Okay. Crafting. I don't have anything to craft any of that. How about rations? I don't have anything. Okay, so it looks like crafting is still basically the same. Yeah, so you're going to have to put in the certain... Okay, yeah, crafting's about the same. I actually like the crafting system and the idea of the rations. I thought that was neat. Okay, so we can also shop in the bivouac, even though that makes zero goddamn sense. Because well, maybe I can understand it while we're here in base, but like if we're out in the environment and we're set up at camp, can we still shop? If so, that's dumb. Same with the vehicles. Oh, cool! So they gave me a helicopter in this one. Okay, so still the same basic. It's still the same basic idea. I really like the bivouac idea, but yeah, I mean, so far what I've seen is the game still handles pretty well. Again, same thing like I said. I still think that they're trying to make two different games at once, and it kind of bothers me. And other than that, I think some of the visuals got a little bit of a polish. It's not still there's still some little quirks here and there, but for the most part, it looks better than what the closed beta did. So I guess that's an improvement. Either way, guys, we're gonna keep exploring and do some more shit in the next video. But I just kind of realized I haven't eaten today. So I'm going to go grab some lunch. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, Facebook, Twitter, the website, Minds.com. Links and stuff is down in the description below. Like, comment, not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned more next time. Until then, my name's AJ Gels. This is the Game Channel. I'm out.